question to ask. Did Bird actually win? Now in this video, we're going to be talking about the new information we've gotten on Hell's Reaper, the new Rhino Reaper, and talking about all the updated info that we got since yesterday. So if you are new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. And as well, this Beyblade does release on April 26th. I'm just kind of getting into it right off the bat. We're going to be kind of talking about the Hell's Reaper because we do got the full lineup officially revealed, which I gave like my little rating edit on it. I think overall the random booster has a really solid enough lineup. Some things I disagree with, some things I'm okay with. We'll get into it. Let's first talk about Hell's Reaper, the main blade and everything. So obviously, you know, the main thing, the lock chip, is just the Hell's Reaper motif that's on there, but we have the Reaper blade. So just going over to like the Reaper shape and design, like Reaper looks fine. It's basically Hell Scythe, but they expanded the shape and design like a little bit. I'm trying to really think of what use it would probably have. If it's anything like Hell Scythe, it should be probably stamina and defense, because I mean, it is, even though they do say like, oh, this is like to attack opponents or whatever, like this is pretty much kind of similar to the past. So my prediction for Hell's Reaper is probably stamina defense is probably going to work pretty nice. I'm thinking stamina could probably be pretty cool. Obviously, we'll have to eventually see once it releases. Some of the other parts, we have turn. So turn, I think it's like repel or parry or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Turn is basically a mode change on here. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Now, the only thing I'm kind of wondering is how much of a difference is this actually going to make? Like, it really just depends, I guess, on how big the assist blade actually is. So probably now, well, I'll put up the graphic of the assist blade, but it does have a pretty good rounded off shape. It's just, it's not really like the contacts are like super aggressive on it. I guess one's kind of like it's pushed down. I guess I have to really see like in the IRL size and everything. Does it actually matter? Does it not matter? Yeah, I guess we'll find out. But turn is probably going to be a good assist blade, I would say. I was hoping it was going to fill a little bit more of the shape of Reaper, so it kind of make a little bit more sense. But I don't know. I'm assuming whatever mode is going to be better is whatever gives like the slightly more difference in stamina, probably for the end game. But hey, mode changing babe, that's pretty cool. So 470, there's a lot of 470 in this RB, more than there should be. It's more than one is already more than it should be, but I don't really like four sides. I think it's really easy to burst. I think four sides on low height is fine. If you can make four sides work on really tall height stuff, then go for it. I encourage customization and trying out stuff. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you can't try it out on anything. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it actually works. Maybe it works. We also get our new bit, which is kick. So kick's gimmick is literal. They just kicks the stadium. It's got like this hexagon shape. It's basically taper in like hexa, but it just has like the taper gears, I'm pretty sure. Is this gonna be good? Like, this is basically just like taper with a weird shape. So I'm assuming probably similar performance. If it's a really wide version of taper, which is what it looks like, maybe we'll have a little bit more stamina than taper potentially for the end game. I think it's a fine bit. I don't really have any real complaints. So now let's get on to the really important discussion, which is kind of what I was like whining on the last video about, which was the whole Rhino thing. And I did really sit to think about this. What they're doing here is, for like the recolor, they always do like a recolor in the random booster. They are doing a lock chip where it's the Rhino motif, but they gave it a new assist blade. Now my complaint was like, oh, well, we got Echo Bays in the past where they did do a slight modification that fit like the personality and design of that motif. So like Shinobi and Rhino, like there's difference in the design. So I was a little bit disappointed in that regard how they did it. But I did read a lot of the comment section to kind of really sit on and think about it, because I did also do a comparison to Metal Fight, and I do think I'm being a little bit unfair to Beyblade X, because I basically pointed out like, oh, okay, well in Metal Fight, if you look at the fact that they are reusing metal fusion wheels, yes they do, but the clear wheels also do make a difference in the performance and do have a little bit of that personality. But some comments would also point out like, okay, but this Rhino is not like it's reusing it's just the lock chip and that's it. It does have a new assist blade, which is Charge. So Charge is very compact for its design. It's like, this looks like it should probably be good on like three-sided stuff probably, or anything where it can actually like fit for the context probably. They just say I think like parry or compact, I don't know, whatever bullshit they make up for like defense stuff. But I can't sit here and say, well, Metal Fight, the clear wheels, even though they reuse the metal stuff, the plastic, that, you know, there's a difference for all the uses. Well, technically speaking, you know, the assist blade, you could also say is kind of doing that same thing. So I guess it just depends to what extent the assist blades really make a difference, but I do want to be fair to the Rhino stuff that does actually make a difference. Now, if TT did a thing where they gave like Rhino Reaper, like let's say they just gave it like bump or something, they didn't give it a new assist blade, then that I think would have been more fair for my criticism. But in terms of what I think about this in general, I think it's, if this is just a thing where it's just going to be kind of filler on like random booster stuff, then I don't really think I care. Only if this is going to be a thing in the future where this replaces main releases, like instead of doing a completely new thing, like let's say they do like a new Shinobi release and they release it as a main thing, not in a random booster or anything, and they just give it like Brave or something, but they give it like a new assist blade. Like I guess you could argue that's still similar to Metal Fighter, and I don't know. I just prefer if it's like all new, but you still have a very good counter argument saying, well, you know, you can still view the assist blade similar to kind of the clear wheel for the difference in performance. So I don't know. If they just do this where it's going to be filler in the future, like let's say it's just motifs they were never going to do again, like Sphinx or Unicorn or whatever, then I guess it can maybe be fine. We have, oh shit, I almost forgot to say this. Yeah, Rhino, by the way, has 455 in dot. I forgot to mention this as I was just yapping on the Rhino stuff. 455, it's cool they're reprinting a Ratchet that's recent. Dot, I am kind of whatever on, mostly just because we just got Dot. But also it's like, we don't really have that many options. Like, Under Needle, I would actually like, but I guess it's too close to the window and they want to like get rid of gold. Like I think what TT usually does is that sometimes when they do new releases, it's going to be a long while till some things get reprints. I don't know the logic. I would have preferred Under Needle or something. It is what it is. I don't really care that much, whatever. Dot's a fine, solid defense bit. The other stuff is Hell's Arc. So it actually does have the turn assist blade, so that's kind of cool. And plus, you can combine that with the Rhino one to make like a full blue Hell's Reaper, so that's kind of cool. Now, the only thing is where this kind of gets like, you know, I don't know. They gave it Orb. Why? Why Orb? Like, we already got a blue orb. Why do we need it again? Maybe they're gonna do like a super light blue orb, I don't know. Why not low orb? Why don't we get that? Or why not free bowl for a reprint? So then after we get to Leon Crest, so they give it 980, which like, I don't know, why not do 970? They gave it Kick, so that's nice for a reprint to get on there, so not bad part selection. Leon Crest I think is a solid enough defense type. Phoenix Rudder, fucking 470. I realized they only gave it 470 so you could complete and make the blue Hell's Reaper, but why low flat? We already got a black low. I guess they can maybe do a red low flat, but I don't know, low flat feels reprinted so much. Why not do like another point or something? Or rush. I guess you can't have low rush, but I don't know. Low flat is just so reprinted, man. God damn. Now the last one is Whale Wave. No, Whale Wave, they gave 760. That's a pretty cool Ratchet. It's pretty solid for attack and defense, and they gave it Kick. I know sometimes people complain about, but I'm okay with the random booster giving us 3 of the prize bits. So you get it on the prize Beyblade, you get it on 2 other ones. Yeah, that's what they always do, 3 of the prize bits in an entire set. So overall lineup I think is fine. There are definitely, I think, some Ratchets I don't like in some bits, but I do think overall the value here is strong, at least in my opinion. But I don't know. My least, I think the worst pull is technically gonna have to be the rudder, I guess. I don't know. It's either the rudder or technically the Hell's Arc thing, but you could argue because the Hell's Arc has the turn. I don't know. Debate that in the comments. What's the worst? What's the worst? I don't know. Debate it. Shout out to Kyo for literally like MVP. Just translated the whole, just soloed it, right? So shout out to Kyo. But we do have the new chapter where the biggest spoiler possible, which I don't know if it's going to go in the title or not, or Bird gets his first win, kind of, in Beyblade X. So this chapter basically has Lance showing up as it did previously. He's from Team Zodiac, he owns Perseus, and he's basically saying like, oh my god, I cannot believe that Tenka works with you losers. Bird, you suck. If I beat you, you have to quit and leave. But Bird's like, okay, but what do I get if I win? And then he's like, okay, well, 100 stars. So then after Bird is using an extreme dash, Perseus is tanking it, Lance is, you know, doing the you can't beat me, fucker! I have defense! But then after Bird goes, well, actually, the kick ability is about to kick in the action. He wins via stamina, so outspin. So Bird gets 100 stars. So this is actually his first win. But hear me out till the rest of this chapter for a little bit of this summary before I go into my thoughts. So then after Exu's like battle me, but then they cut to where they're celebrating, but Exu's base bursted on the floor. Exu lost. Very interesting here, because I do remember that we had Chrome kind of saying like, dude, you're out of class. You really need to like upgrade your base if you want to have a chance at all. So then after, I don't know, the Kerbex guy basically just talks to Lance and he's like, how'd it go? And Lance is going, it's all according to, wait, where are my glasses?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I lost audio for this part, but all according to Kikaku, and Kikaku means plan.
It ends and they're setting up the whole thing with Zodiac, whatever. So the thing is that Bird does technically get his first win, but I don't know if he really won. I feel like he just let Bird win, because we see that Common X lost, and Common X is arguably more skilled and has had better luck in a lot of his battles and everything than Bird. He's a pro, right? They've established this whole thing with pros, and he's very good at like adapting in battle. So like Bird winning, I don't know, because they do try to like set it up where Molte's like, hey, well Bird, the reason why you struggle so much is that you're using a balance type, and a balance type is one of the hardest types to actually use. So if you can master it, you're going to be deadly. So I don't know. Maybe Exu actually did lose, and maybe Bird did win. There's nothing about it, or maybe
it could potentially be maybe trying to set up Persona to like mess up the team's mentality or something. Maybe to try to make Tenka join back with Omega or something. I don't really know. I don't got really any theories on it. I think it's just an interesting setup, because it clearly, if the guys doing all according to plan, it means that they're trying to get some end goal with this. Probably like Omega trying to play chess with Persona to see how they react.
I honestly think he's just fucking with Team Persona. It's like, no, dude, I was just holding back. Like, you think it'd actually win? I don't know. But I think it's a solid chapter to set up. It kind of reminds me of the Shiguru chapter where she shows up and it's kind of like the same thing in the setup, but like it's a different result. I'm curious, I'm kind of wondering, what is the motive of Zodiac? Are they trying to like maybe take Tenka away from Persona, so then after like Tenka can be, and the mom can be like in some ultimate team or something? I don't know. That Kerbex guy, which he's not confirmed that he has Kerbex, but he's basically a dog, so I'm assuming he has the Kerbex homage. I'm curious on the personalities of a lot of these bladers, and I really want to see how they... I don't know, I want to get sold on it. Like, I feel like the first season did a really good job of setting up all the members, except for Seal only in the manga. In the anime, Seal, I think, was set up really good. I'm curious to see, like, all the backstories of these characters and how they set it up. But, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of it for this video. What did you think of the chapter? What do you think of all the news? Thank you all for watching. That's going to be it for now. Take care and bye.